Andrei Chikatilo, The Butcher of Rostov, a true crime horror story. The Soviet Union believed monsters did not exist. Crime was supposed to be a disease of the West, but deep inside its forests, railway stations and school paths, a predator was hunting. Not with speed, not with strength, but with patience. Tonight, we step into the nightmare of Andrei Chikatilo, a man who murdered more than 50 children and women while an entire nation refused to believe he was real. This is not just a crime story. This is the story of evil hiding behind a weak man. Andrei Chikatilo was born in 1936 in a small Ukrainian village. This was not a time of peace. This was the time of famine. People were starving, children were disappearing, and Andrei grew up hearing a horrifying rumor that his older brother had been kidnapped and eaten by starving neighbors. True or not, that story lived inside Andrei's mind. He was weak, underweight, bullied, humiliated, and there was another secret, one that filled him with shame and rage. As Andrei grew older, he realized something was wrong with him. He could not function normally. He felt powerless, invisible, but one day, violence awakened something inside him. Pain became pleasure, fear became control, and in his mind, a thought was born. If I cannot be normal, I will become powerful. Andrei became a teacher, a family man, a Communist Party member. To society, he was harmless. But Andrei had discovered a perfect hunting ground: train stations, bus stops, lonely roads. He targeted children, teenagers, vulnerable women. He promised them candy, money, help, and then he walked them into silence. In 1978, Andrei Chikatilo killed his first victim, a 9-year-old girl. The killing was messy, uncontrolled, brutal. But instead of stopping, he felt relief. And that relief became addiction. From that day forward, the killings multiplied. Bodies were found in forests, near railways, buried shallow in dirt. Children were vanishing. But Soviet authorities refused to admit the truth. Serial killers do not exist, they said. Instead, innocent men were arrested. One man was executed for crimes he did not commit. Meanwhile, Andrei kept killing. The murders became more savage. Victims were stabbed repeatedly, mutilated, left unrecognizable. Witnesses described a strange man, awkward, soft-spoken, with lifeless eyes. They called him the Butcher of Rostov, but he still walked free. Police arrested Andrei once, then again. Each time, they let him go. Why? Because he didn't look like a monster. He looked weak, and that was his greatest disguise. In 1990, after decades of bloodshed, police finally caught him again. This time, they didn't let go. Psychologists broke him slowly, and then he confessed, not to 1, not to 10, but to 56 murders. The room went silent. In court, Andrei screamed, cursed, laughed. He claimed, society made him this way. Hunger made him a killer. But the families wanted only one thing: justice. In 1994, Andrei Chikatilo was executed by gunshot. No final speech, no redemption, just silence. Andrei Chikatilo was not a monster from birth. He was created by hunger, by neglect, by denial. And his story teaches us something terrifying. Evil does not always scream. Sometimes it whispers. If this story disturbed you, then it was meant to. Subscribe for more true crime horror stories. Comment which killer's story you want next, because the darkest stories are always true.